game at Stamford Bridge for the boys, and it's a big one. It is a monumental occasion against a side that is anything but. Maybe the name still has some sort of weight to it these days. I think we spoke about it in a stream not long ago, that Manchester United may well still be the biggest club in English football. But certainly their star is beginning to dwindle. It's beginning to turn out a little bit. They are currently sat in 16th place in this year's Premier League with just 2 games to go. If we beat them, they have a maximum points of 42, which... first of all, I don't think they care. I don't think coming into this game, and a part of that is worrying. I never like coming up against a side that have nothing to lose, but there's a bit of a difference. A team that has nothing to lose will throw everything at it. A team that has nothing to lose, like Manchester United, they don't care. A lot of the players that are playing in this game will not care. Now, to say that they won't try and get a result is obviously not true. However, with regards to, not trying, the players that are even going to be played won't necessarily be wanting to risk any potential injury to avoid the potential of missing out on a Europa League final, a European Cup final. Tottenham on Wednesday. They have, what is that? They've got Friday, there's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days before obviously their big game against Tottenham, wherever that is. I can't remember. I'll be doing a watch along for it, so join me here. I'll be doing a watch along for the Europa League, the Conference League, and now, I said I wouldn't, but I'm going to. I found some time. I'm going to be doing it for the Champions League final, which coincides with LAFC versus Club America. The winner of that game, we will also play on the opening day instead of Club Lyon for the Club World Cup. Opening game of the group stage for us, it will be either Giroud and Hugo Lloris's LAFC or Club America, who we played in pre-season at the beginning of this season, I think. But anyway, coming into this game, obviously, we are without any injuries. I think Reece James was ill. But besides that, we've got a couple of absentees. Obviously, no Wesley Fofana, no Mark Guiu. Christopher Nkunku's out, and Slamina's out, Mudrik's out, and to join that is obviously Nicholas Jackson after his red card against Newcastle the other day, and of course Jadon Sancho, who in a game like this you would probably think would do quite well, truth be told, against his former side. He just kind of seems like one of those players that would absolutely bag against his former club. Obviously, loan spell pending, or currently in place, he isn't allowed to play against them. For Manchester United, they are without Aiden Heaven, Lissandro Martinez, Matthias de Ligt, Xerxes, Diogo Dallo, and Lenny Yoro as well. So, I mean, judging I'm on a website at the moment that's saying how they think they're Bayindir in goal, Mazauri, Maguire, Lindelof, Diallo, Ugarte, Ericsson, Amas, Fernandez. I don't think fucking Bruno is going to play in this game whatsoever. Kobe Mainu and Hoyland, I just don't see them playing even remotely this strong of a team. And so, it makes their side even worse, let's be honest. I personally, and we'll go through the starting 11 for us in just a few seconds, but I am fairly confident that if we fuck this up, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. And for me personally, my expectations, well, I wouldn't say my hopes. My hopes were always to get Champions League football at the beginning of the season when we were doing really well, and to sort of carry on that momentum. And it's kind of shifted. It's up and down. It's all over the place. I think Newcastle game was a bit of an eye-opener for a lot of people. But in hindsight, now looking at that Newcastle game, that Newcastle loss, moving forward, Manchester United, this game, it should be a fucking walkover. I'm sorry, but it just should be. They'll likely score. They'll likely score. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. They'll likely score a goal. But what I am not going to accept is a late equaliser from them, or for them to go 1-0 up, maybe even fluke 2-0 up somehow, or some disaster happens, and then we're chasing. And again, a draw isn't good enough. It has to be a win. There's no ways about it. I've just seen here, Manchester United have failed to win their last 7 Premier League matches. It is just unbelievable how bad they are. In the Premier League, 2-0 loss at home to West Ham, 4-3 loss away to Brentford, a draw away to Bournemouth, a loss away at home to Wolves, 4-1 away from home to Newcastle. Somehow drew 0-0 against Man City. I think they're unbeaten against Man City. I think they won the first game, didn't they? Lost to Forest, and then they wow, you beat Leicester. Wow. Before that game, drew to Arsenal, got knocked out of the FA Cup by Fulham, and then beat it. I mean, this Manchester United beat Ipswich, and we couldn't do it this year. It's absolutely outrageous. Let's have a look at the starting 11 that I'm going to be going with here. It's obviously Sanchez in goal. Despite his illness, I do think, purely because I don't see Gusto starting. Well, maybe. He's had a full week off. I'm going to go James at right back. More hoping than anything. Wishful thinking. Cucurella, Colwill, and Chalobah in the back line. And then we are going to go with Enzo as the number 10 in this scenario, with Caicedo and Lavia behind. And then in what I would say is a position that we need to start playing Palmer in next season, more so often than not, is Palmer on the right, with Madueke on the left, and Neto is who I'm going with up top. Now, you might argue, Harry, surely you're going to maybe, give Tyreek George the nod. I just think it's a bit big of a game. It could be a huge opportunity for him to showcase his talents and bring home the dub. We'll never know. You never know. We might see him come on at some point in as a substitution, but I just can't put into words how big this game is. And we'll look at the final fixtures for everyone involved. And Arsenal, they're virtually done. I mean, Newcastle might finish above them at this point, but that all depends on their game against them on Sunday, of which I'll be streaming that. I'll be doing a watch along for that game. I'll also be doing the Man City Bournemouth game. Obviously Chelsea versus Manchester United. I will also be live an hour before kickoff and in time for the Aston Villa Spurs game. So we'll be able to watch the whole game of that. I'll be doing double coverage in that game. And then obviously I'll do the Nottingham Forest last 2 games as well. But there we go. 69.14 on the predicted finish for Newcastle. Realistically, I think they get 72 points. I don't even think they risk. I don't think they struggle in these last 2 games. I think Newcastle beat Arsenal. And they get the job done there. Man City, I think, get the job done against those 2. I think Aston Villa get the job done as well, which means we absolutely, unequivocally must, beyond any shadow of a doubt, win our last 2 games. We can't afford to draw. We can't afford to lose. That's a damn sure. But you look at the situation at the moment, the way it's unfolding. Goal difference is exactly what it's going to come down to, I think. And I've said this for a while now, looking months and months and months ahead of time. A lot of people said, no, Nottingham Forest will already secure Champions League by the time it comes to the final day. But here we are, a week away, or just over a week away, and Nottingham Forest are desperate indeed to get a Champions League spot. They'll be lucky at the moment, realistically, to get a Europa League spot with the way things are going. With that said, predictions-wise for this game, I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Manchester United 1. I think we get a performance from the likes of Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, I think will get a goal. I think Neto might get a goal as our front man, and equally the same, I think Palmer gets an outfield goal, a goal in play. Shall we say. And I think it'll be an important one. It's going to be an important one. The game is an important one. Please do join me for the watch along an hour before kickoff. Again, as I said, Aston Villa are starting 45 minutes before our kickoff. So we'll have 15 minutes of chat, get ready, and then start the Aston Villa Tottenham game. And then the Chelsea game will start throughout at the same time once that game goes to halftime and blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. With that said, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. As always, my name is Harry, out the Chels.